Is it possible for anyone to love like Jeshua? Hey guys, it's John here, and I am have a question here that I'd like to answer that came across on the video comments, which I thank you. I really appreciate all the questions. They give me more things to make videos on. So let me just jump in. Do you think any living human will be able to have or learn the skill of projecting love, faith, no judgment, and respect like Jeshua did? I'm sure there are lots of us who would love to achieve that, but we will never learn all that Jeshua did and have our faith grow so strong. Sorry if it sounds like I'm not saying I am, but I'm realistically comparing the journeys of our lives. Thank you. Well, I'm reading this comment, and to me, I find it interesting because, number one, you're placing Jeshua on a pedestal, which he definitely told you not to do. And number two, you're also projecting a love, a faith, a judgment, as if it was a supernatural thing that you can't achieve, and that is completely against everything Jeshua taught. Jeshua was a loving, caring man who understood his divinity, who learned his divinity. And everything he taught was about your divinity. And so this whole question is based upon your lack of faith that you can get there. And in reality, it's not about faith as it is about fear. You're like, I don't think I can get there. I don't think anybody can get there. The human race can't get there. At the end you said, I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm not saying I am. And there's no reason to apologize. It's just where you are. It's just where you are. This whole statement is based upon the idea that I'm sure there are lots of us who would love to achieve that. That statement right there says you don't believe it. Don't believe you can achieve it. But we will never learn all that Jeshua did. First of all, Jeshua said it was simple. It's simple. It's not a bunch of stuff. It's be love, period. Don't fear, period. That is the basic teachings of Jeshua. Be love and don't fear, period. And when you look at it from that perspective, and you stop thinking it's this big giant thing above you or this unattainable goal that's ahead of you, you're not being present. You're not being in the I am moment. You're being in the I'm trying to get to that future moment. And that's not how it happens. It's about time, the outcome coming to you, you not getting to it. I am being. Gandhi said, you must be the change you want to see in the world. For you to become like Jeshua, you have to actually love people. You have to go out there and not fear them. You have to go out there and be the person that is love. And I think there is not anybody on this planet who can't achieve that. In fact, I think it is our very nature. And the more we release our fears, the better. The Buddha said the secret to enlightenment is the eradication of fear. And Sufism says God is on one side of a veil and we're on the other side of the veil, and our life is a struggle against the veil, and the veil is our fear. That fear is the key. Fear is rooted in the past experience and in a future negative focus on an outcome. But fear is not present, and I am, God's name, is present. So it's a matter of you drawing your time close and being love in the here and now. And then you're like Jeshua. Then you're like Jeshua. And another thing, you're projecting a whole thing on him that is far greater than he was. And that sounds terrible to say, but it's true. He was living this amazing life, but he never want to be put on a pedestal. He's like, greater works that I have done, you will do. It's your faith that heals you. It had nothing to do with him. And this whole statement is based upon putting him on a pedestal and about how you can't do what he asked you to do. And so when I look at this question, it brings to mind the line You have ears, but you do not hear. You have eyes, but you do not see. That's something Jeshua said. And this is what frustrated them the most, is people weren't taking their present moment and actually being love. They were too focused on not being, fearing not being able to get there. And that's a big part of this whole thing. So I just wanted to hop on and answer this question, because the question itself answers itself. So you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching. The John of New channel is solely funded by your generous donations and purchases of private readings and merchandise. To help out, go to johnofnew.com or use the donation link in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.